Hello students, today we start the new chapter that is called Digital Documentation, which comes under the part B of subject specific skills according to your IT curriculum. And this is the first video of digital documentation. And one thing I want to tell you that in this chapter all the contents are based on open source software, that is LibreOffice Writer. This LibreOffice Writer works as your Microsoft Office. So let's start learning the LibreOffice Writer. Introduction to word processing. And first of all, we should know about what is word processing or word processor softwares. The word processor software are those computer software which provides us the facility to write the data, edit it, format it, store it, and retrieve it anytime as our requirement. And they also provide us the facility to print the document. Basically, these types of softwares are used for writing a letter, notice, for reports, for documentation purpose and many other purposes. For this word processing software, we use many types of softwares like MS Word, LibreOffice Writer, OpenOffice Writer, Google Docs, WordPad, Notepad, etc. Next is features provided by word processor softwares. First, create, edit, save, retrieve and print the document. Next, they also provide the facility to select and move the text from one place to another place in a particular document or to the other document. They provide us the facility copy the text to other place within the document. Means if you have any other document, then from that document you can copy the text and paste into the word processor software. Next is move or copy a selected text from one document to another document. Next, change the font size, font style of the text in the document. Means if you need a particular type of font or font size, then you can specifically apply on that part also without affecting the other part. Next, format paragraphs as well as pages. Next, you can check the spelling and grammar. Next is you can create a table according to your need and you can modify the size of the selected rows, columns and cells. Next, combine one or more documents. Next is you can insert pictures or graphics within the document according to your need. Next is print the selected text or the selected pages of the document as your requirement. Introduction to Word Processing Tool. In this chapter, we use LibreOffice Writer, which is free and open source word processing software, and it is also called Desktop Publishing Component Software Package. LibreOffice Writer is a word processor which contains almost similar features to Microsoft Word and other word processing softwares, and it also provides the facility of file format compatibility. File format compatibility means if you create a file in another other word processing software like MS Word or Google Doc, then you can open that file or you can use that file with the LibreOffice Writer and you can use all the word processing features in that file. Next is starting LibreOffice Writer. If you want to open or if you want to use the LibreOffice Writer, then you have to click on the shortcut on which is available on your desktop, or you can see the icon which is available on your computer desktop. And there's another method means you have to click on the Windows button and then click on LibreOffice, then select LibreOffice Writer. When you click the LibreOffice Writer, you will find this type of interface in which you have to click this icon to open the LibreOffice Writer. Creating a document. So if you want to create a new document, then you go to the file menu then click on the new option, then select text document from the sub menu. A writer document will be displayed in front of you. Now if you want to save the file, then again go to the file menu, click on the save option, or you can press the Ctrl plus S. Now it will show you the save as dialog box. Specify the file name and click on the save button. By default, the file is saved in ODT format in LibreOffice Writer. Now if you want to save the a file with another name, then again go to the file menu, click on the save as option. Now again it will show you a save as dialog box. Specify the other name of the file, then again click on the save button. Next is open an existing document. Means if you want to open the previous created document, then you can go to the file menu and click on the open button, or you can press the open icon from the toolbar, or you can press the shortcut key Ctrl plus O. When you use this option, it will show you a open as dialog box. Then navigate to the location where your file is stored, locate it, then select the file and click on the open button. Now your recently created file or the existing document will be open. Next is saving a document. If you want to save a file, then again you can use the shortcut key Ctrl plus S, or you will access the save option from the file menu. As you can see here in file menu, there is an option called save option. Then save as dialog box will appear. Specify the file name, select the location and click on the save button. Next is the close document. If you want to close the document or exit from the document, then go to the file menu. Then there is a last option, it is called the exit option. Click on it. If you want to use the shortcut key, then you can use the shortcut key Ctrl plus Q. Next is to save a document using a password. Means if you want to implement a password on a file, then there are such options. First, again select file menu, then click on the save option. A save as dialog box will appear just like this. Then select the location where you want to save the file, specify the file name. Then there is an option where you find the save with password. Click on this option, then it will ask you to enter the password, then it will confirm, and then it will again ask you to enter the confirm password. Then click on OK button, then click on the save button. Then next time when you open the file, it will ask you to enter the password. Next is parts of the writer window. Here you can see in the picture there are the various parts in the writer document. So first part is called the title bar. This part is called the title bar, means you can say the first part of the document is called the title bar. It is used to show the file name of the currently opened document. Next is the menu bar. This part is called the menu bar. It appears just below the title bar. It is used to show the menu items like file menu, edit menu, view, insert, format, etc. Next is the toolbar. The toolbar is appear just below the menu bar. By default, the standard toolbar and the formatting toolbars are appear. The standard toolbar shows the icons of the various options, and the formatting toolbar shows the options regarding the font, size, bold, italic, alignment, etc. Next is the standard toolbar. It contains the commands in the form of icons. Here you can see this part is called the standard toolbar. Next is called the formatting toolbar. As we discussed, these or you can say this part is called the formatting toolbar, which contain the formatting options like changing the font size, bold, italic, underline, alignment option. Next is called the status bar, which is the last part of any window. Here you can see that is the status bar. This is positioned at the left bottom of the writer window and displays the number of pages, as you can see here, number of words and the language used by us, and it will show the zoom option. Next, it also shows the scroll bar button, as here you can see that is the a scroll bar appear on the status bar. Next is called the zoom option. Here you can see it is available on the status toolbar. This option allows to change the scale of text and pictures in the document only for view. It does not affect the physical component. Means if you zoom in the particular document, then it will not affect the document. It available in its original form. Next is the cursor movement, the text cursor movement. Here you will find the two keys, the home key and the end key. When you press the home key in a particular line, the cursor jump to the starting, or you can say the beginning of the line. And if you press the end key, the cursor jump to the end of a line. But when you use the key combination like control key, then they works differently. So if you press the control key with the home, then it will jump to the beginning of the document. And if you press the home key with the control key, or you can say in the combination control plus end key, then it will jump to the end of the document. Next is mouse pointer. This is the mouse pointer. It takes the pointer shape while moving it around the screen. Basically, this icon is used to select a particular option or to click on a particular option. Next is the mouse pointer, like this, changes to the eye shape, or you can say in form of a vertical line when moved over the screen in a document. Basically it will show in this form when you start typing the text. When you start typing the text, it moves forward, and when you delete the text, it moves backward. Next topic is applying editing features. Word processor provides the many features to edit in a document. So first one is undo and redo. If by mistake you have made some changes and now you want to erase the last change done, then you can use the undo option. After undo command, again if you want to go back, then you can use the redo option. Next is moving and copying text. In moving and copying text, first is cut and paste. This option is used to move a selected text from one place to another place in a same document or in another document. Now, if you want to implement cut and paste, first of all, you have to select the text or select the object which you move from one place to another. Now, go to the edit menu, press the cut option, or you can use the shortcut key Ctrl plus X. Now, place the cursor where you want to move the text. Click there, then again go to the edit menu and press the paste option, or you can use the shortcut key Ctrl plus V. Next option is copy and paste. This option is used to if you want to duplicate a copy of selected text or any file or folder, then select the text any file or folder, then go to the edit menu, click on the copy option, or you can press the shortcut key Ctrl plus C. Now move to the location where you want to duplicate the text file or folder, click on that area, then again go to the edit menu, click on the paste option, or you can press the shortcut key Ctrl plus V. Now next feature is selecting the text. If you want to perform copy and paste, cut, paste, highlighting the text or editing in a particular content, then it is necessary to select the text before performing any operation. Next is selection criteria. In writer document, if we want to select that text to perform any operation, then we have to swipe the mouse cursor over a text. The writer document provides several selection tricks to speed up the selection process. So here you can see in a table form. First is to select a single word at a time. Position the mouse pointer anywhere on that word and do the double click. Next, to select a complete sentence at a time, position the mouse pointer anywhere in the sentence and do the triple click. Next is to select a complete paragraph at a time, then position the mouse pointer anywhere in the paragraph and do the quadruple click. Quadruple click means you have to click 4 times very quickly. Next is a document. If you want to select the whole content in a document, then you can use the shortcut key Ctrl plus A from your keyboard, or you drag the mouse pointer till you see the right arrow. Then at that time you have to click 3 times. So the next feature is selecting non-consecutive text items. Generally when we start selecting the text, select the text in a continuous form, means in a word by word or the line by line. But if we want to select a part of a text from a paragraph or a line, then it is possible by using the mouse. For this, first of all, we have to select the piece of text by holding the control key and use the mouse to select the next piece of text. Here you can see in the picture also, the text is selected in a different line of a particular paragraph, and this can be happen by using the mouse by holding the control key. Now the next feature is selecting a vertical block of text. Means if you want to select the content or text in form like this in a column form, then it can be done by using the edit menu. Here you find the selection mode option and click on block area. But first of all, you have to select that part before applying this step. Next is find and replace option. This feature is used to search for a particular text and replace it with other text in a document. For this, you have to click on the edit menu, then click on the find and replace option. The dialog box will open like this. Here, if you want to replace a particular word with another word, then first you have to mention the word which is being replaced, mention it here, and next in replace option mention the new word or sentence, then click on the replace all option. The replace means it replaces only one occurrence at a time, but if you click on the replace all option, it will replace all the words at a single click. Means it replaces all the occurrences of the particular word with this one in whole document on a single click. Next feature is jumping to the page number. Sometimes we need to go to a particular page in our document. In such situation, word processor provides us the go to feature, which is very useful for us. For this, we have to go to the edit menu and then click on the go to page, or you can use the shortcut key Ctrl plus G. Then it will display the dialog box, that is the go to page dialog box. Click, or you can say you have to write the, or you can say you have to mention the page number on which page you want to jump. Then mention it here, for example page number 4, then press OK. Then it will transfer you, or it will switch you to the page number 4. Next feature is non-printing character. Generally in our document we use enter key, spacebar key and tab key, which is not appear on the screen. If we want to display these keys appearances, then there is an option. You can use the toggle mark key from the toolbar, or you can use the keyboard shortcut key, that is the Ctrl plus F10. Now it will show the tab space, formatting marks and the enter space. Next feature is checking spelling and grammar. Many times you have seen when you start typing the text in a writer document like LibreOffice Writer or MS Word, it will show you a green line under a particular word and a red line under a particular word. It means there are errors. The green line indicates the grammatical error and the red line indicates the spelling error. So if you want to correct these errors, then there are two methods. First, by doing the right click and by using the spelling and grammar dialog box. So first, by using the right click, where you find the right red line under any word or any green line under any word, click on that word, then do the right click. A pop-up menu appears. Now it will suggest you according to the word. If there is a grammatical error, then it will suggest the grammatical content. If there is a spelling mistake, then it will suggest you a spellings. Next method is by using the spelling and grammar dialog box like this. For this, you have to go to the tools menu, select spelling and grammar option, or you can access it by using the grammar and spelling and grammar button from the standard toolbar, and there is a shortcut key also, that is the F7 key. When you press this option or any one of option, and it will show you a spelling and grammar dialog box like this. Here you will find the text which have errors, any grammatical error or spelling error. If you want to correct grammatical error, then you have to check mark on this option. If you want to correct any spelling error, then you have to uncheck this option. Here you will find ignore once, ignore all, add to dictionary, correct, correct all, and always correct option. Ignore me once means you have want to ignore this time only. Ignore all, it ignore all the occurrences of that error, next word or grammatical error. Next is add to dictionary. If you want to add a particular word in your dictionary which is not available, and it always is shown underlined, but according to you it is correct, then you can add to a dictionary. Next is a correct, correct all, and always correct. The last feature is using synonym and thesaurus. When you search for a word having a similar meaning, means you want to find synonym of that word, and sometimes when you want the opposite meaning of that word, means you find out the antonym, then the thesaurus tool of word processing helps you a lot. So if you want to use this tool, first select a word or phrase, then go to the tools menu and click on the language option. There you find a thesaurus. Click on it, it will show you the options which you want to opt, or you can use the shortcut key control plus F7. You can do this option or you can use this option by doing the right click, and then it will show you a synonym option. Select it from the pop-up menu, then it will show the synonym or endonym of that particular word. Thank you.